Welcome back to Lady Flower Gardens. This video is going to tell you about the different ways in which we weed the garden. One method of weeding involves using a wheel hoe. This method is very efficient for weeding in between the rows of plants as well as on the paths. As you walk along and push the hoe, the metal piece on the bottom removes the little weeds. We use the wheel hoe to quickly cover long distances of weeds, and it is very useful because it even disturbs the weeds that haven't popped through the soil yet. The wheel hoe is not as good for plants with deep roots as it just trims off the top and does not completely remove the root. For those weeds with long roots, such as dandelions, we need to use a shovel to fully remove the root as best as we can to ensure it does not grow back right away. Another method of weeding is using the Dutch hoe. This method is good to get weeds with relatively small roots. If any weeds have seed heads on them, we have to remove them from the garden, but if not, it is totally okay to leave the weeds to decompose. We often use this method with the groups because it involves less bending down and kneeling, which can be difficult for people with mobility or joint issues. Another main type of weeding we do is hand weeding. This is necessary in order to get the weeds that grow right next to the plant, too close to get with the wheel hoe or with the Dutch hoe. When weeding with your hands, it is important to try to get as much of the root as possible. This is the most time-consuming method of weeding, so we only use it when we cannot reach the weeds with any tools without harming the plant. The last and most efficient method of weeding is when the farmer cultivates using his tractor. This is especially helpful for weeding the garden paths that have become very compact due to us walking through the garden repeatedly. It is important to keep on top of the weeds to best ensure a beautiful garden and a successful harvest.